Elon Musk buys Twitter, and there's a lot of gnashing of teeth and gnarling and oh my gods and cry me a river coming from certain elements on the left. Now, you're not going to find these normally from the right on the conservative avenues, because the conservatives were being stifled by Twitter. The disconnect from the bloke on MSNBC who was saying, oh, Musk could tweak things this way and that way to silence people. Well, that's what's been happening on Twitter for years now. Now that that can be freed up and free and open, certain elements don't like it, because they don't like the idea that they can have an open and legitimately equal debate. They want to be able to say what they say, and you cannot rebut it with anything without getting nuked. They liked that. Now that that's not possible, then we have a good free speech thing. Now, I know some people will say, yeah, but Elon Musk has blocked people. He can't be that much into free speech. But I say, free speech doesn't mean he has to listen to you. You can always grab your milk crate and go stand in a park and say what you like. That's free speech. It's also free speech for me to come to that park on my own milk crate and talk back to you and have a debate without restriction. That is free speech. Free speech is not you going to the park on your milk crate and then forcing me to listen to it. That's not free speech. I can choose not to listen. You can say it if you like. I'm not restricting your ability to say it. That's free speech. I don't have to listen to it. That's my choice. Forcing me to listen to it, that's not free speech. Just to be clear on that. So you can block people in free speech because you don't want to hear what they have to say, but you're not stopping them from saying it. That's the difference. So is that a good thing? Will the world end? No, it will not end, and it is a good thing. The fact that we can now have an open debate about a lot of topics without fact-checking, without the bullshit, without just this one side dictating to the world. Now, Musk has still got a long way to go, because remember, the app stores can say, listen, you have to do this or this or this or this other thing. And Parler learnt the hard way. If they didn't bow down to the app store, they were off the app store. I think Trump's Truth Social is dead in the water. Now that Twitter's back, there's no reason for a lot of those conservatives to go to Trump's thing, which isn't working anyway. I think Gab will... I don't think a lot of the users that went to Gab will stop their Gab accounts, but they won't use them as much, because Twitter was the happening place. It's where all the traffic was. So if I'm going to grab my milk crate and go stand on it and say something, do I go and stand in the middle of a field where there's nobody, or do I stand on a street corner where there's a lot of passing traffic? Now, the street corner is Twitter. The field is kinda Gab, kinda. Gab's more like the rural country road, and Twitter is like the corner in New York City where there's lots of people, lots of activity, versus the rural country road or the small corner in a rural town. That's what I see is the difference between Gab and Twitter. So is it a good thing? Yes, it's a good thing. Having the ability to openly debate ideas in the marketplace of ideas is always a good thing.